The young man tossed his shovel onto the ground, and with a loud thud, out popped a live, wriggling razor clam. He leaned in for a closer look, and his eyes lit up. The beach was covered with clam holes, like a hidden treasure chest by the sea. Excited, he squatted down and started digging like crazy, filling his bucket in no time. But soon he ran out of strength, so he handed the shovel to his younger brother to help. His brother crouched down eagerly, copying his moves, but after all that digging, he didn't even get a single clam. That's when the young man realized the shovel was a special tool given by the system, only he could make it work. Turns out, in his past life he was a hardcore fishing fan, but during one trip he had an accident. When he opened his eyes again, he'd crossed over into a small fishing village in someone else's body. The original owner was known as the local troublemaker, always harassing seafood vendors or getting caught stealing from neighbors. Luckily, this time he had the system to back him up. The more he gathered from the sea, the higher his wild points went. Rack up enough points, and he could trade them in the system shop for tools. He opened the shop and saw tons of gear for clamming and fishing, so he bought a sand shovel to test it out. And on his very first try, he scored big. The neighbors crowded around, gawking. "Whoa, these are wild king clams. You could make a fortune off this." But he didn't stop to celebrate. He lugged the bucket straight to the seafood buyer. Why? Because in his past life, he was so lazy he only survived thanks to his brother's help. Now, his nephew had an eye problem and needed surgery, and he was determined to earn money fast to help. The shop owner took one look at the king clams and, forgetting all the trouble the guy had caused his sister in the past, paid him a high price on the spot. But it still wasn't nearly enough for surgery, and the young man grew anxious. That night, the system popped up a message: today's luck value, 38. It was higher than yesterday, which meant he could find even better stuff. He immediately woke his brother and dragged him out to the beach again. But when they got there, the spot from yesterday was already packed with neighbors, every inch of sand covered with people digging. He knew there was nothing left there, so he took his brother to a muddy flat nearby. As soon as they arrived, the system chimed in with a luck boost. Sure enough, he dug once and pulled out a worm over a foot long. His brother's eyes went wide. That's not a worm, it's a sandworm. Super valuable. Way pricier than those clams. Using it for bait would be such a waste. Hearing that it could make money, the young man's excitement shot up. He quickly spotted more sandworm holes, and the two of them dug like mad until their bucket was stuffed. Then the system flashed, luck value down to 0, the mudflat was tapped out. That one bucket of sandworms sold for over 4,000 bucks. Back then, that was about a year's salary for a regular person. Finally, he could breathe a little easier. With enough points in the system and luck on his side, he started thinking, maybe fishing would pay even more than clamming. He opened the shop, ready to trade for a rod, and his luck value suddenly shot up to 5,000. No doubt about it, tomorrow, he'd catch a monster. The moment he held the rod, he felt it in his gut, today was gonna be a big score. His brother even found a boat owner to take them out to sea. The boat owner turned out to be a fishing net just like the young man was in his past life. Since no one else had joined him, he was thrilled to have company and invited them aboard. After some small talk, everyone got busy with their rods. Soon the owner hooked something and shouted proudly, "Look at that! First catch of the day is mine." The young man grinned. "Don't get too cocky. The real show's just starting." Right as he said it, his rod jerked violently, the pull so strong it startled them both.